Hey everyone, thank you again for watching. Please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help us get our information and content out there. It's a great way of also kind of supporting the channel. Thank you again for watching. So with that being said, let's go ahead and discuss what the main topic of this video is, the 2024 election. So for this video, I'm going to pick two candidates that are the presumptive nominees already. So we're going to have Donald Trump, who has over 55% approval rating or support amongst the Republican base for the 2024 candidacy, in a fractured field, by the way. And then we also have Joe Biden, who is the incumbent. Incumbent candidates within the party have always won their nomination. Sometimes it's been a dirty, long slug fight, but they always win their nomination regardless. So we expect Joe Biden to be the candidate, and we also expect Donald Trump to be the candidate. So it's important to look at some historical references as well in this election, in this upcoming election, and let's look at the 2020 election. So a few interesting things about the 2020 election is that Joe Biden won 306 electoral votes. It was the same number of electoral votes that Donald Trump won in 2016. So that being said, that although their electoral votes were the same, their popular vote totals were nowhere near the same. So Donald Trump lost the popular vote in 2016 with about 62 million to Hillary Clinton's 65 million, and Donald Trump, despite whatever he's saying, also lost the popular vote in 2020 with Joe Biden's 81 million to 74 million. So that's it's about a 7 million vote difference in this current election. It was about a 3 million vote difference in the last election. So it's not really apples to apples, but it kind of gives us a historical precedent. Donald Trump won 306 electoral votes, and Joe Biden also won 306 electoral votes as well. So there's the historical understanding. It's also important to kind of look at where Donald Trump's Gallup approval ratings are. Donald Trump has never had over 50% approval rating in any Gallup poll that's ever been conducted. I believe he's the only president that has never reached above the 50% threshold margin. And he's leaving his presidency in the high 30s, around 39 to 37% approval rating. So that's a pretty low approval rating leaving the White House. And so one would assume also that that's going to kind of disadvantage him in 2024. I also think that the incumbency strength that Joe Biden has will also kind of propel him into the winning position in 2024. So that being said, let's go ahead and look at let's take a look at where Joe Biden and Donald Trump have their strengths respectively. So Joe Biden, like most Democrats in prior elections, will probably sweep the West Coast along with Hawaii and the Northeast. Donald Trump's main strength, along with many other Republican candidates of prior years, is the Midwest, the Plain States, the Mountain West, and the South. These are predominantly Republican states. Historically, Georgia has been a Republican state, and Arizona, but those states have been more and more leaning towards the Democratic fold. In the 2016 election, they actually got flipped. Arizona and Georgia became Democratic states. So let's go ahead and characterize states that I feel like that Donald Trump will probably win. So I think that he will win most likely Texas. I do think that he has a very high chance of winning both Iowa and Ohio. But that's about it, because I feel like that the historical precedent is that Republican or Democrat an incumbent president will usually win more electoral votes than he did in the first election. And the reason why is that the population usually warms up to them. They don't want to change horses midstream. So that's why we have a strong feeling that Joe Biden will probably sweep a few additional states compared to what he won in the last election. So where are these states going to come from? He already won Nevada. He already won Colorado. He already won New Mexico. The traditional blue wall states of Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania are going to go back into the Democratic fold. I do think that he's going to still carry the states that he won by the skin of his teeth, which is Arizona and Georgia, but I feel like that he's going to add both North Carolina and Florida into this fold. And the reason why I think that these two states will be added on is because these were the closest Republican states that Joe Biden could have won. North Carolina was conceivable. I do think that given the nature of this last election, Even though they had record-breaking turnout, it was in a position where there was, people were still apprehensive of going to the polls. So I do think in this upcoming election, you're going to see both North Carolina and Florida flip from the Republican column to the Democratic column. So I think that, all being said, Joe Biden will win 350 electoral votes, including Nebraska's second congressional district, which he also won by about a good, comfortable 6 or 7% margin. In addition to the West, most of the eastern seaboard, with the exception of Maine's second congressional district in South Carolina, and he'll sweep the western seacoast as well. So that being said, I do think that Donald Trump will win 350 electoral votes, 188 rather, I'm sorry, and Joe Biden will win 350. Please let me know what you think in the comments section below. Tell me if you have any ideas for any future videos, and make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. I really appreciate all the support. Thank you, everyone.